You've seen the headlines, ancient secret to keep food fresh for months. It's the kind of claim that instantly grabs your attention, promising a solution that seems almost too simple to be real. But what if there's more to this story than just viral hype? Big Energy hates this. 1. Simple trick. The internet loves a good underdog story, especially when it pits everyday people against powerful corporations. But why would a humble clay pot cause such a stir? It sounds too good to be true. A fridge with no electricity, no moving parts, just ancient materials. No humming, no bills, just the quiet promise of preservation, using nothing but earth and water. In a world obsessed with high-tech, the idea that our ancestors solved this problem with clay and water is captivating. It challenges everything we think we know about progress and innovation. These stories show a simple clay pot, promising it can replace your refrigerator. Imagine storing your vegetables for weeks even in the heat, without plugging anything in. Some claim it's a conspiracy, hidden by powerful companies. The idea that something so basic could threaten billion-dollar industries is both thrilling and a little suspicious. But the truth is more grounded, and just as incredible. The real magic isn't in secrecy, but in the wisdom passed down through generations. This isn't magic, it's practical wisdom, using natural processes to your advantage. It's about harnessing the power of evaporation and the properties of clay to keep food cool and fresh. The real story is one of human ingenuity, born from necessity in the hottest, driest places on Earth. When survival depended on keeping food from spoiling, people turned to the resources they had. People needed to keep food from spoiling under relentless sun, with only earth, water, and their wits. They experimented, adapted, and refined their methods over centuries. What they created is a testament to simple, effective design. These pots are more than just containers, they're a blend of art, science, and survival. This skill served them for thousands of years. Across continents and cultures, the clay pot cooler became a lifeline, quietly preserving harvests and feeding families. So, let's cut through the hype and get our hands dirty. Let's rediscover what our ancestors knew and see how it fits into our lives today. We'll explore how this device works, where it came from, and what it can do for you today. You might be surprised at how relevant this ancient wisdom still is. This isn't just history. It's a practical guide to a forgotten skill that could make a real difference. Forget the myths. This is about real solutions for real people right now. The reality is far more useful and empowering. Anyone can learn this and anyone can benefit from it, no matter where you live. Time to learn the real story. Let's unlock the ancient secret together and see how it can change the way you think about food, preservation, and self-reliance. Imagine living thousands of years ago, in a world without the comforts we take for granted today. No fridge humming in the kitchen, no supermarket stocked with endless choices. Your survival depends on the food you can grow, gather, or trade for in your local village. Every meal is the result of hard work and careful planning, and every bite is precious. Every piece of food is precious. Losing it to heat is a disaster. When the sun beats down, it's not just uncomfortable, it's a threat to your next meal. Spoilage means hunger, and hunger means hardship. The moment you pick a tomato, it starts to spoil. Leafy greens wilt in hours and fruit bruises quickly. There's no cold storage to slow time, so you must act fast, or risk losing your harvest. People had to be resourceful, inventing ways to preserve food, drying, salting, smoking. These methods could stretch food supplies for weeks or months, but they changed the taste and texture, and not everything could be preserved this way. But for short-term freshness, they needed something else. Enter the pot and pot cooler, a clever solution for keeping food fresh for just a few extra days when every day counts. Not invented in a lab, but by ordinary people facing daily challenges. These were craftspeople, farmers, and families, using their hands and their wits to solve problems with what they had. Picture a farmer in ancient North Africa, returning with fresh vegetables, knowing they'll spoil by tomorrow if left in the heat. The pressure to keep food edible was constant, and solutions had to be simple and reliable. She looks at her clay water pots and has an idea. The coolness of the clay, even in the midday sun, sparks a moment of inspiration. Wet clay feels cool. Water can do more than just quench thirst. It can help preserve life itself by keeping food fresh, using nothing but natural materials and a bit of ingenuity. By combining clay, sand, and water, they created a personal cooling chamber. This simple invention harnessed the power of evaporation to lower temperatures inside the pot, protecting food from the relentless heat. This simple device extended the life of food, improved health, and gave families a fighting chance against the heat. It meant fewer hungry nights and less wasted effort in the fields. It was a game changer, born from necessity, not luxury. The pot and pot cooler was a testament to the creativity and resilience of people who refused to give up in the face of adversity. Survival wasn't about fancy gear, but about seeing opportunity in the environment. It was about making the most of what nature provided and turning simple materials into life-saving tools. The Pot and Pot cooler is a small miracle of human ingenuity. It's a story of adaptation, of learning from the land, and of passing down wisdom through generations. It's a reminder, sometimes the simplest ideas are the most powerful. Even today, these ancient solutions inspire new ways to live sustainably. That's the world that gave birth to this ancient tech, a world where necessity truly was the mother of invention. How does this ancient fridge work? It's all about evaporative cooling. The device, called a Zeer, is just two unglazed clay pots, one inside the other. The gap between them is filled with wet sand. Water in the sand seeps through the outer pot and evaporates, pulling heat away from the inner chamber. This keeps the inside pot, and your food, cooler than the outside air. The hotter and drier the air, the better it works. It's a self-regulating system. More heat means more evaporation, which means more cooling. Place your food inside, cover with a damp cloth, and top up the water daily. No electricity, no moving parts, just physics and clever design. It's a natural, continuous cooling cycle. Works best in hot, dry, breezy climates. Simple, elegant, and effective. That's the magic of clay, sand, and water. Let's be clear. This isn't a freezer or a modern fridge. The online hype about months-long preservation is exaggerated. Think of the Zeer as a super-effective crisper drawer. In hot climates, it can keep vegetables fresh for up to 2 or 3 weeks. An enormous improvement. Leafy greens last days instead of hours. Tomatoes, peppers, and carrots stay firm much longer. It's also great for keeping water cool, but it won't preserve meat, fish, or dairy for long. Temperatures don't drop low enough to stop bacteria. Climate matters. It works best in hot, dry air. In humid places, the effect is much weaker. A shady, breezy spot is ideal. Forget storing food for an entire season. That's not its purpose. The Zeer bridges the gap, reducing food waste and improving nutrition. Farmers can wait for better market days. Families eat fresher food. It's not magic, just practical, life-changing technology. The real power is in making food last longer when you need it most. That's the promise of the Pot and Pot cooler. For centuries, the Zeer pot was a staple in daily life across Africa and Asia, quietly preserving food and keeping water cool in the harshest climates. But as modernization swept through villages and cities, this ingenious clay invention was gradually forgotten, replaced by refrigerators and plastic containers that many rural families could not afford. One man, Muhammad Ba Aba, recognized the immense value of this ancient technology and made it his mission to revive it in Nigeria, where it was needed most. He saw firsthand how farmers were losing nearly half their harvest to spoilage, unable to keep fruits and vegetables fresh in the sweltering heat. Families struggled with poor nutrition, and children often went hungry because food simply didn't last long enough. Remembering the old technique his grandmother once used, Ba Aba realized the Zeer pot could be the perfect solution, requiring no electricity, just local clay, water, and a bit of know-how passed down through generations. Using his own savings, he hired skilled potters to craft thousands of Zeer pots. He then distributed them throughout his community, determined to show people that this simple device could change their lives. At first, many were skeptical, but Ba Aba patiently demonstrated the benefits. Tomatoes and vegetables stayed fresh for weeks instead of days. Children enjoyed more nutritious meals, and families could sell surplus produce for extra income. The impact was transformative. Farmers began selling their produce at better prices, and girls who once had to rush to market each morning could now attend school, their families no longer desperate to sell food before it spoiled. In 2000, Ba Aba's efforts were recognized with the prestigious Rolex Award for Enterprise. This honor helped him expand his project, bringing the Zeer pot to communities across Nigeria, and even beyond its borders. Ba Aba wasn't an inventor in the traditional sense, but a revivalist, restoring ancient wisdom and practical knowledge to those who needed it most, and inspiring a new generation to value their heritage. His work proved that sometimes the most powerful solutions are simple, local, and sustainable, rooted in tradition, yet perfectly suited for today's challenges. The Zeer pot became more than just a tool. It became a symbol of empowerment, resilience, and hope for countless families. Sometimes the best technology is the one we almost forgot, waiting to be rediscovered and put to use in new ways. Ba Aba's legacy is a powerful reminder that old ideas, when revived with passion and purpose, can solve even the most modern problems. Thanks to one man's vision and determination, the Pot and Pot cooler is back, changing lives and inspiring communities. And today, it's making a real difference, one community at a time, proving that sometimes the simplest ideas can have the greatest impact. The internet loves a good conspiracy, claims that big energy hid the Zearpot to protect profits, but the truth is simpler. The Zearpot was never a secret. It was common knowledge in hot, dry regions for thousands of years. As fridges spread, the old ways faded, not by conspiracy, but by progress. Refrigerators offered convenience and worked everywhere, so the clay pot was left behind. Knowledge not used is easily forgotten. Now, thanks to people like Ba Abba and the internet, this wisdom is spreading again. It's not about hidden secrets but rediscovered skills. The real story is about sharing practical, empowering solutions. You might think, I have a fridge, why bother? But our food system relies on a fragile power grid. In a blackout, your fridge is useless. Food spoils fast. A Zearpot could save your produce and money in an emergency. It's silent, needs no fuel, and keeps food fresh when the grid fails. For preppers, off-gridders, or anyone wanting to cut energy use, it's a powerful tool. Even in a regular kitchen, it's an eco-friendly crisper and a conversation starter. Using one connects you to a deeper history of human ingenuity. It's not about ditching your fridge but adding resilience to your toolkit. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most reliable. The Zearpot is a low-tech guardian for your food. Be prepared. Add this ancient tech to your modern life. Ready to build your own Zearpot? It's easier than you think. You'll need 2 unglazed terracotta pots, one larger, one smaller, with a 1-2-inch gap between them. Get clean sand, water, and a cloth or lid. Plug the drainage hole of the large pot with a stone or clay. Pour an inch of sand into the bottom, then place the smaller pot inside. Fill the gap between pots with sand, packing it gently. Slowly pour water onto the sand until fully saturated. The terracotta will darken. Place your food inside the inner pot, leaving space for air circulation. Cover with a damp cloth or terracotta lid. Set the pot in a shady, breezy spot. Top up the water daily to keep the cooling cycle going. That's it. Your ancient fridge is running. No electricity, no fuss. Just simple, effective cooling. Building it is empowering. A piece of functional tech you made yourself. Use it for emergencies, off-grid living, or everyday sustainability. The power is in your hands. Start building and experience ancient ingenuity firsthand. In our digital age, we chase new solutions, but the Zearpot teaches us to value ancient wisdom. It's not a secret for a select few. It's human heritage, waiting to be used again. Building and using a clay pot cooler is more than a DIY project. It's empowerment. It connects you to thousands of years of ingenuity. When you feel the cool air inside, you share an experience with ancient farmers. It proves we can create what we need with simple materials. As climate and infrastructure challenges grow, low-tech solutions like the Zear become vital. It's a symbol of self-reliance and resilience. Don't dismiss ancient secrets as hype. Look deeper. The Zearpot isn't magic, but it's brilliant, proven, and practical. Sometimes to move forward, we need to look back. The knowledge is out there. All we have to do is reach out and start building.